we continue with our message. We ask the question, what have we done? Who is responsible for the death of Jesus? Well, it was Adam and Eve. Recorded back in Genesis chapter 3, in verses 4 to 7, and then 12 to 13. It says here, everything was going fine. But it was down to them. It was all fine until Satan came and tempted them, and then they would just blame each other. The serpent said to the woman, "If you eat from that tree, you will not certainly die. For God knows that when you eat from it, your eyes will be opened, and you will be like God, knowing good and evil." When the woman saw that the fruit of the tree was good for food and pleasing to the eye, and also desirable for gaining wisdom, she took some and ate it. She also gave some to her husband, who was with her, and he ate it. Then the eyes of both of them were opened, and they realized they were naked. So they sewed fig leaves together and made coverings for themselves. We move forward to verse 12, when God was saying, well, who ate it? Whose fault was it? The man said, "The woman you put here with me, she gave me some fruit from the tree, and I ate it." Then the Lord said to the woman, "What is this you've done?" The woman said, "The serpent deceived me, and I ate." So it was their fault, Adam and Eve. That's who's to blame for Jesus' death on the cross. Well, it was also the fault of the Pharisees. You see in Matthew 26, verses 3 to 5, "Then the chief priests and the elders of the people assembled in the palace of the high priest, whose name was Caiaphas, and they schemed to arrest Jesus secretly and kill him. But not during the festival, they said, or there may be a riot among the people." See, the Pharisees and those leaders, they made plans to kill Jesus, so it's their fault, their sin. Okay. But then again, there's Pilate. In Matthew 27, we see this. Even when his wife warned him, because she had a dream, and she warned him to have nothing to do with this Jesus, Pilate still sent Jesus to be crucified. It says in these verses, Matthew 27, verse 19, and then verse 26, when Pilate was sitting on the judge's seat, his wife sent him this message: "Don't have anything to do with that innocent man, for I have suffered a great deal today in a dream because of him." Then he released Barabbas to them, but he had Jesus flogged and handed him over to be crucified. You see, it was all of these people's fault that Jesus died on the cross. There's someone we haven't thought of yet. It was us. It was our sin. In Romans 3:23, as Paul was telling the church there that there is no difference between Jew and Gentile, he showed whose sin caused Jesus to die. Hear these words: "For all have sinned and fall short of the glory of God." All means all. You and I included. And it took the just, who had to judge our sin, to justify us when we could not do it for ourselves. Romans 3 continues. Paul said from verse 24, "And all are justified freely by his grace through the redemption that came by Christ Jesus. God presented Christ as a sacrifice of atonement through the shedding of his blood to be received by faith. He did this to demonstrate his righteousness, because in his forbearance he had left the sins committed beforehand unpunished. He did it to demonstrate his righteousness at the present time, so as to be just and the one who justifies those who have faith in Jesus. So what have we all, from Adam and Eve to us, done? What have we all done? Only the power of the cross could pay the price. Let's continue to worship.